Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and we're doing Proverbs 13 today in our 31 days of wisdom journey. And I'll just start reading. There is 25 Proverbs in chapter 13. A wise son heeds his father's instruction, but a mocker does not respond to rebukes. For the fruit of their lips people enjoy good things, but the unfaithful have an appetite for violence. Those who guard their lips preserve their lives, but those who speak rashly will come to ruin. A slug of appetite is never fulfilled, but the desires of a diligent are fully satisfied. The righteous hate what is false, but the wicked makes himself estranged and bring shame to themselves. Righteousness guards the person of the integrity, but the wickedness overthrows the sinner. One person pretends to be rich, yet has nothing. Another pretends to be poor, yet has great wealth. A person's riches may ransom their life, but the poor cannot respond to threatening rebukes. The light of the righteous shines brightly, but the lamp of the wicked is snuffed out. Where there is strife, there is pride, but wisdom is found in those who take advice. Dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. Whoever scorns instruction will pay for it, but whoever respects a command is rewarded. The teaching of the wise is a fountain of life, turning a person from the snares of death. Good judgment wins favor, but the way of unfaithful leads to their destruction. All those who are prudent act with knowledge, but fools expose their folly. A wicked messenger falls into trouble, but a trustworthy envoy brings healing. Whoever disregards discipline comes to poverty and shame, but whoever heeds correction is honored. A longing fulfilled is sweet to the soul, but fools detest turning from evil. Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. Trouble pursues the sinner, but the righteous are rewarded with good things. A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. An empowered field produces food for the poor, but the injustice sweeps it away. Whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them. My mom always talks about this verse. The righteous eat to their heart's content, but the stomach of the wicked goes hungry. Okay. That was nice and sweet. Okay, hopefully you can see this, but the one instruction that stood out to me was 24, and I think it stood out for a lot of people, especially if you're a mom or if you grew up in a Christian family. Whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them. So it doesn't say to abuse your child. So I just need to correct that, because a lot of people get confused when people say You know, I spanked my child to discipline my child if they being naughty, if, you know, if they're doing something wrong. And then it's like, no, that's abusive. That is it. The Bible doesn't say abuse your child. I did not say beat up the child or abuse the child or yeah. So it just says to discipline them with a rod. I think that just means to like basically scare them, to make them know that what you're doing is wrong, it is not right. So if your child is hitting other people, if you just discipline them, as you know, while they're still young, they will know that it is wrong and they will stop. But if you like, no, that is abuse, I don't want to do that, then they grow up and become this violent person and ends up in jail because you failed to discipline the child, because you got confused between discipline and abuse. No one says abuse a child. I would never ever ever recommend abusing a child. I know I'm anti beating people up or abusing them, but discipline, just hit them in the hand, like, hey, like, that is not right. They will get scared because they are still little. They will cry, you know, they will fear that little hit, but it will go a long way. So that's the one instruction that stood out. I also wrote, you know, don't be lazy, be a diligent soul, guard your mouth, and choose your friends wisely. That's just being a good person. So the one instruction that did stand out is to discipline your child. It doesn't mean, you know, this you're doing something wrong or you hate your child or whatever. But if you don't discipline your child, it says you hate your child. So yeah, think about that, because without discipline in life, like, there's not much you can do. For you to get up every single morning and go to work, or get up every single morning and go to school, it means you have discipline. You know that if I don't go to work, I'll lose my job and I will be broke. You know the consequences. So you created discipline. You created this habit of waking up and being present. So it's the same thing. You start them little while they're still small, and discipline them just by something small, like I said, just hitting the hand. It's not even that big of a deal, but they will just know that this is wrong and I'll get in trouble with that. And then when they're grown up, they won't even attempt to do the bigger things because they're already disciplined from a young age that I will be in trouble. You know, there's consequences for doing this. So yeah, have discipline. And like losing weight, I am trying to lose weight right now, and I started on the 31st of December, and I've just been disciplined because I started it as a habit, you know, to wake up and go to the gym, you know, to eat healthy, even though I do fall off sometimes, but everything with balance. So yeah, just have discipline. So discipline is the main instruction in this whole 31 days of Proverbs that I have picked up so far. Another promise here is if you honor the commands, you will be rewarded. So yeah, that's just self-explanatory. Another promise is poverty and shame will come to him who disdains correction. So if you don't follow instruction, you'll get poverty and shame. And like I said, to be disciplined to go to work, if you're not disciplined, if you just choose to don't show up at work, you will have poverty and you will have shame. No one will want to hire you. No one will want to work with you. You know what I mean? Like, it works all together. And what this chapter means to me is wealth earned by hard work will increase. So there's no shortcuts. I mean, some people do use shortcuts, but usually it just ends there. But if you work hard and do everything yourself, you're teaching everything yourself, you're just going to grow. You're going to grow from there. If you spend time with fools, you'll be a fool, and if you choose to spend time with wise people, you will be wise. That's another one, another instruction and meaning that stood out. It's on number 20. Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. So yeah, if you with fools, you will take the wrong paths. You will go the wrong direction. You will do the wrong thing. You're going to be a fool. Yeah, so just choose wise friends. Choose friends wisely, like I said there on instruction. And a life lesson is to begin to surround myself with wise people and evaluate my friends, my crowd.